Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And some room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year.
And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the foot. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Inside the 20. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Cook again, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open right side, complete to Reagor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but
but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
21-0 our score after 1. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run once more with Taylor. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
21.
Here's Ryan. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Cousins on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play fake. Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fourth down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They go play action now. Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this past the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cousins to throw it. It's complete to Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to at least get one score back. Cousins will try and throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
As most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
39.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Ryan eluding the pressure right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Blessing. And the Vikings are going to take over on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So really the first speed that this offense has encountered. They had a little of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Yeah, the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Cousins. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Powering forward. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this one complete to Doolin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Ryan. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Colts have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open man. It's Rager. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On second down, Cousins again. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now Ryan, and that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
20.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Cameron Dexter who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. What a big play. Not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 25 on second down, Cousins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So they're getting it across midfield now for first and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Colts. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, You're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll run with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before we trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. My goodness, 225 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Again, it's Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards there and a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 40 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 22.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that
It's caught inside the 25.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's got room. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in the